Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Again, this is Mr. Townsend. Today we're going to be discussing budgeting. That's a scary word to some, a necessary word for all, but we all don't do it, including me. I'm still trying to get a grasp, understanding, and get discipline when it comes down to budgeting. But budgeting is very necessary when you're trying to meet goals and you have things that you're trying to do. So, with that being said, for those of you who have a job or that receive an allowance or that do chores to get money, whatever the case may be, however you make any bit amount of money, you need to budget that money. You need to put some aside. So the very first thing that I suggest for people to do pay yourself. And this is showing up backwards on the screen. So my little backdrop probably not gonna work. But the first thing you want to do is, I would say also to take you some notes. Of course, this is recorded, so you can go back and replay it at your leisure. But you want to pay yourself at least 10% of what you're bringing in. At least 10%. So if you get $1, you need to save a dime out of that dollar. At least 10%. You get $100, you need to save $10 out of that $100. Always pay yourself first. And then if you go to church or you have a religion in which you have to pay 10% for tithes and offerings, then you put your 10% aside for that. That's the very first thing you do, even before paying bills, is that you pay yourself. Always remember that. So before you incur any new bills, what you need to do is make sure that you are including all of your current bills so you don't overextend yourself. There's a great video that I've included in this lesson, about 8 minutes long or so, but it's very impactful but very powerful. Now, once you make your budget one time, that doesn't mean that you're done. When things change, you get a raise, you lose your job, you get a pay cut, you change jobs, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to create a new budget. You incur a new bill, you're going to have to create a new budget. So it's very important that you understand where your money is going. Now, if you do internet banking or if your bank that you bank with, they have those capabilities, what you can do now is, say, Regions, for example. It gives you a pie graph on where your money is going, how much you're spending in gas, how much you're spending in transportation, how much you're spending in eating out, how much you're spending in entertainment, how much you're spending in clothing, how much you're spending in food, utilities, bills, mortgage. It gives you all of this information and breaks it down for you in simple terms. So it makes creating a budget very easy because now you see where every single last penny is going. It's good to, a lot of people don't use checks anymore. It's very rare that I use a check, and I do most of my banking through the internet. So that's how I keep up with everything. But you want to check your account often and make sure that you, on your transaction register, that you're keeping up with what you're spending, what's coming in, what's going out. You can find yourself overspending each month if you don't realize what you have coming in and going out. So what you're going to do today is you're going to set up a budget. In worksheet A, give me a second to check it. You're going to have a mock budget that's already filled out for you as far as expenditures, and they're going to ask a series of questions for that. And then in worksheet B, it's going to ask you to budget your time. that's very important as well. Daily, I have a schedule daily of what I plan to do. Now, does everything get done on that schedule? Not necessarily, but there are some non-negotiables that must happen for me each day. You know, I must read something educational each day. I must meditate. I must read over my goals and my affirmations. I must read over those every day. Major things that's going on the job, I must get those accomplished. And right now, I'm at school as well at Auburn, so I have a lot to do with that as well. I got to allocate time to get that homework done, that reading, that writing, projects and exams. I got to make time to get all of that done as well as spend time with the kids, spend time with the wife, do things around the house. So my schedule gets pretty hectic from time to time. I'm busy from the time I get up to the time I go to sleep. But within that time is time scheduled in for myself as well. So that's very important, because if you're not healthy and taking care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of anything or anybody else. So at this time, I want you all to go ahead and watch that YouTube video about budgeting. And then knock out worksheet A and B. Get those uploaded to Google Classroom, and we'll get them graded for you. Have a great day.